Nobody talks about this part of the story. Everybody talks about the Red Sea opening. Everybody talks about the miracle. Everybody talks about the breakthrough. But nobody talks about what happened before the sea opened. Because the sea just didn't open immediately. There was a period of waiting. There was a period of uncertainty. There was a period where God's people had to trust Him before they saw the miracle. One of the first things God tells them is, "Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord." Notice what He didn't say. He didn't say, tell them to panic. He didn't tell them to run. He didn't tell them to go back to Egypt. He told them to stand still. Because sometimes when we are afraid, we start trying to control everything. We start worrying. We start overthinking. We start imagining every possible outcome. But standing still means surrendering control back to God. It means choosing peace even when you don't have answers. It means trusting God before you see the miracle. Then something happens. Moses is crying out to God, and God says, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to go forward." And that stands out to me because there is a time to pray, there is a time to seek God, but there is also a time to move. God had already spoken. He had already given them direction. Now it was time to take the next step. Even though the sea was still still, even though the miracle hadn't happened yet, God was teaching them how to trust Him. He was teaching them that they couldn't do this in their own strength. They couldn't part the Red Sea. They couldn't save themselves. They needed God. But God was also revealing who He was up until this point. They had heard about God. Now they were about to experience Him for the first time. They were about to see His power, His faithfulness, His protection, His deliverance. And sometimes God allows us to stand in the impossible situations because He wants us to know Him in a deeper way. So if you're standing in front of your own Red Sea today, don't panic. Stand still. Keep trusting God. Keep moving forward. Because the fact that the sea hasn't opened yet doesn't mean God isn't working. The sea didn't open right away, but God was still faithful, and He'll still be faithful to you too, as well as myself. A journey to purpose.